From Stretch Internet in the Ripon Cable Channel, I'm Marty Ernster, just down on the grounds of Ripon College at the Willmore Center. We're just outside of the Doc Weisky Memorial Gymnasium. Joining me is the head coach of the Ripon College men's Red Hawk basketball team, Ryan Kane. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you, Marty.
Last time we spoke, you were just getting ready last Saturday to take on IC down in Illinois, or from Illinois, and it was really a must-win, given the circumstances. You talked about effort, and I don't think you would be disappointed whatsoever.
No.
They say revenge is a dish best served cold. I don't have to tell you how cold it is now or on Saturday.
Yeah, it was cold. We let that thing sit outside for a while.
Your stats were off the charts. I mean, you shot
Yep.
60% from the floor, 56 from the three, free throws over 80%, 5 guys in double digits, 7 steals, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about what you said as a team.
Yeah, I think all of those stats you just listed outside of the steals were all things that were offensive, and all of that was a product of how we played defensively. You know, I think the marks that we were trying to hit defensively, we hit, and as a result, you know, you saw what this team is capable of, right? And so I think they saw it too, which is what really matters, is that they now kind of firmly understand that if they're locked in, they play with that kind of energy and emotion. It didn't matter if, you know, they brought the Globetrotters, the Washington Generals out there, we're going to win.
Yeah, so you kind of look at maybe the defense in some instances is sort of your, kind of gets the offense going sometimes?
Yeah, 100%. You know, each team every year is a little different in their makeup and kind of how they're structured. We've always wanted, you know, defense to kind of be our hallmark of our program, and just playing hard and 50-50 balls, and you know, just not letting other teams outwork you.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're starting to realize that, yeah, you know, like our offense really feeds off of that, and let's keep trying to do that, right?
Yeah, you got the athletes for it, Coach.
Absolutely.
Every so often I like to bring up a player and kind of talk about him. And the one that stands out in my mind that's getting more floor time and certainly is deservedly of that, and what better example than last Saturday, I look at the super sophomore, one of the super sophomores, Justin Bartle.
Yeah.
And very smooth, very even-keeled, and it seems to be able to do just about anything.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I couldn't be happier for Justin. I was glad you brought him up. You know, he's been a huge piece. You know, early in the season, you know, we gave him some opportunity, and he gave us some great energy off the bench. He was kind of our MVP of the offseason as far as in the weight room and just taking his body and really making the biggest change to it. And you know, and he had some room to grow there, and he still does.
Yeah.
But you know, a kid who can shoot, dribble, pass, has good patience in the paint with the ball to finish plays around the rim. And, you know, I made a comment to our staff after a practice that, you know, this kid could be the key to our season. We really need some stability in that position. We like his defensive versatility to be able to switch on to other teams and be able to guard smaller guys. And, yeah, it gives us a ton right now. And it's funny, on Saturday I told him after the first half, I said, you know, don't be afraid to look at the rim now in the second half. And sure enough, he pulled two threes, and they were all the biggest, you know, critical point of the game, really, to kind of keep them at bay.
Outstanding. One more question, I'll let you go.
Sure.
Beloit College comes in, 2 conference wins. You're coming off a nice emotional win. What do you do to make sure you guys stay on track and nobody goes lackadaisical and respects the opponent?
Yeah, I think it's just about awareness. You just got to keep talking to these guys about what they saw on Saturday, and that, you know, results don't lie here, right? The film doesn't lie. You know, I showed it to them, and they could see the effort that several guys were playing with that was different than what they played with before.
Yeah.
So let's hope we can show them another good film.
Outstanding. Good luck to you tonight.
Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it.
So for Ripon Cable and Stretch Internet, I'm Marty Ernster, and we're just moments away from the introductions.
With the playing of our national anthem.
starting today, just in time for the court action. Ripon College in the Midwest Conference welcome you to Midwest Conference men's basketball on Midwest Conference television and the Ripon channel. For more information on how you can watch Midwest Conference action live on your computer, log on to www.midwestconference.org and click on to the left-hand side of the screen. Tonight's Midwest Conference television broadcast is being brought to you by Ripon College, the visitors from Beloit College, the Midwest Conference, Stretch Internet, and the Ripon channel. Starting lineups are brought to you by Choice Hotels International, the official partner of Midwest Conference. Hi, I'm Marty Ernster, providing the color commentary tonight. Joining me is behind the lens is Chris Jones. He couldn't fill in for his brother David, who's not here tonight. And Howard will give you player introductions. Who will be doing the play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Marty, and it's good to be back. Starting lineups now for the Beloit Buccaneers. Number 2, a 5'11 sophomore, Mylan Walters. Number 3, a 6-foot senior, Darren Emperor. Number 5, a 6'5" senior, Tristan Shoup. Number 11, a 6'1" freshman, Michael Polakowski. And number 33, a 6'2" junior, Andrew Walters. The Buccaneers are under the head coaching direction of Josh Hines. Buccaneers coming in with a record of 4 wins, 11 losses. Now for the Ripon College Redhawks. Number 1, a 6-foot sophomore, Ryan Steffes. Number 3, a 6'3" senior, Trent Jones. Number 10, a 5'10" senior, Seth Kostrowski. Number 33, a 6'4" sophomore, Owen Tooney. And number 50, a 6'6" senior, Kyle Rutkowski. The Redhawks are under the head coaching direction of Ryan Kane in his 8th season, and they come in with a record of 9 wins and 6 losses. And Redhawks turn around and coming in here right after the holiday break and having some mixed results there, Marty.
Yep, talked about that. Coach Kane, particularly the big letdown had to be last Wednesday evening down in Mount Vernon, Iowa, taking on the Cornell Rams. Ripon led by 3 at the half, but really played a very low-energy game, and I think the Rams smelled blood and ran away with that game, outscoring them by double digits in the second half for an upset win on their part, so you tip your hat to the Rams of Cornell. They came in here, though, having lost to Illinois College back on December 4th, and they took it to them right out of the gate.
Big difference there, and plus that big track meet win down at Grinnell on the 11th.
By 3. Yeah. That was a competitive game, as one would expect, all the way. As we get the tip, the officials looking at each other, and they're going to reward it with the host team.
So Ripon will take it, and inbounding it will be Seth Kostrowski. Nice thing about the Redhawks is they really mix things around. Each night, nice shot there for 3.
Oh, what a beautiful
corner.
touch.
As a defense, you can't really try to snuff out one individual. They have so many weapons to take and hit you with.
Yep. This is a struggling ball club with only 2 conference wins. I think you and I will both recall as they turn it unforced turnover. Soup is one of the guys, Tristan, the kid out of Fort Atkinson. Yes, that's the place with the dinner theater. And he's one of their offensive mainstays. He's a senior now.
It just seems like just yesterday, a lot of these guys, they were coming in as freshmen, and we remember them, and they're seniors already. Time does fly by.
Ripon returns the favor with a turnover as Emperor got up in Jones's lap and created the turnover.
And knocked it off his leg, knocked it out of bounds.
Just underway, 3-0. Compliments to Seth Kostrowski, one of the seniors on the team out of Sauk City.
Had the open 3, turned it away, did Walters.
Great job by Kostrowski on one of those players we were just talking about, Andrew Walters.
Oh, nice cut up the middle. and got it in with the foul tip up there, and that was Walters.
Yeah, the kid out of Cherry Creek. We remember him last year as well.
Now he stayed with that one and put it back in. Going to have a charge there. That should be on.
Ripon beat Beloit by
Jones.
27 at Beloit way back in the early first week of September for their second conference opener on the road. A lot of road games by this ball club, Ripon, both non-conference and conference in the first half of the season.
But a lot of good quality opponents they faced, which really sets you up come towards the end of the season.
If you can withstand the storm. Good help there. And
Nice
a
job
steal.
by Tooney.
Yeah, Tooney with the
steal.
help, and then he slid back and recovered.
Yeah, he thinks he's
got
a
the
guard
steal.
dribbling up there.
Yeah, no kidding. One-on-one.
A nice little shot there put in by Trent Jones.
Yeah, and Trent Jones, I can't remember the last Ripon College player that can basically pull up anywhere on the floor, especially those little 10-footers, 8-footers, and just shoot fades.
Ty Saban would probably be about the closest one that I can remember. Otherwise, Jones just has great control of his body as the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beloit.
Well, and he shoots a fade, and he's 6'3", and he he's falling back on the shot, so you're not going to block it.
They get it in, work it around, back up on top.
Yeah, Beloit being very deliberate here in their against Ripon's man defense.
Nice weak side help there by Rutkowski to shut that down. From the corner, off. Tooney with the rebound.
Ripon working really hard on defense. It's paying off.
Just being patient, looking for that perfect opportunity. Ten on the shot clock. That one's off.
Yeah,
and he knew it.
And he was chasing it just as it came off his hand. He knew he missed.
Tooney for three. Count that one.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
Big guy.
You're right when you said he thinks he's a guard. Yeah.
Yep. You have moments like that. 8-2. Redhawks leading the Buccaneers. 17 minutes to go here in the first half.
Casey and I worked the girls' high school game versus Waupun last week, and Tooney's younger sister wears the same number 10 that he wore
In high school.
Yeah.
Good defense by the Redhawks. Three, you just got to throw that up.
Oh.
And throw it up, and it goes down for Andrew Walters.
Yep, and he's letting his teammates know it was a three.
8-5 score here.
Man, you got to take some skin with you on those ball screens.
And we're going to get the foul.
I'd like to see those screens set up. Let that point guard, let that screen get set. Give him a little fake crossover, and then run that defender right into your blocker.
First one's good for Kostrowski. Checking in number 30 for Beloit, Mason Jones, a 6'2 senior. And number 42 for the Redhawks, David DeValk, the 6'8 sophomore.
Yeah, Tooney took a blow.
Well, you know,
And
playing like a guard, he's going to tire out.
Yeah.
Good pressure put on by the Redhawks.
Jalen Mahone is really starting to find himself over the last month of play, and he did it again on Saturday. One of the key factors, if Mahone hits his first shot, in the 3 games that I've seen him do that, it's nasty after that. Walters did everything right except make the basket, didn't he?
That was a great move underneath there.
Very aggressive.
Mahone passes up to 3, drives it in.
That's why they
Forgot
say
something.
man ball, man ball.
Forgot to bring the ball with
Could
him.
have been a theft if the defender on Steffes was watching.
Now they get it inside Rutkowski with 7 on the clock. They say foul.
Yeah, going to call a hold on Walters. A strong, aggressive kid.
Yep. So that'll be his first. on Walters. Second team foul.
Centennial, Colorado, the Cherry Creek. See, that's okay, letting Duvall catch it out there, but he's done a good job of doing that, getting down there.
And he gets the bounce and gets it to drop.
There's a lot of bigs at this level when they get the ball up there in the high area that they don't have the ability, the ball handling sense to get down low to the block. Well, Duvall does.
12-5, Redhawks leading with 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Glad to have you along. From the corner, off the iron, that'll come down. Jones will rush it up.
What a pass.
And Duvall just overlaid it a bit.
Yeah, it got
He
really
was looking to get hammered.
It got real crowded in there in a hurry. Coach Kane really animated, you know, much more than what I think we're used to seeing.
Off the iron, Rutkowski with the rebound, kicks it out to Jones.
Oh, what an outlet to Jones.
Put up the three, off the iron, didn't follow his shot that time. Nice job of cutting off the fast break there by Rutkowski.
Yeah, Kyle did a good job of heading them off at the pass.
There,
Here
that's
we
how
go.
you steal it.
Much higher percentage shot here, I think.
And he lays that one in nice and easy. And Coach Hines turns around and wants a timeout there. Be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, so it's interesting watching Coach Kane, very animated on the defensive end of things. Want to make sure that his guys are playing with their basically their hearts. You don't want a lesser opponent thinking they can hang with you and let them build that confidence.
You had a conversation with him before the game and that, and how did he feel about coming into tonight's game?
Well, coming off of what they did on Saturday, you know, having got beat by Illinois College down there and what you would have to look at as an upset, and coming up here and running IC right off the court, and in all the statistics just blowing the doors off on everything.
Yep.
You know, 7 steals, 20 assists to only 9 turnovers, shooting 60% from the floor. It was just ungaudy. So he feels good about it, but he wants to stay on top of it. And he feels with each group each year, it might be a little different with the group, but this group, he feels their offense plays off the defense.
That's perfect, you know, for this type of caliber. And we've seen these guys, you know, the last several years, and just maturing watching them is really nice. Little shake and bake, kicks it out. Long three, and that one's nothing but air.
Yeah, and that's what happens. Not just being wide open, but when you're that wide open, sometimes you steer the shot instead of shoot the shot like that.
That one doesn't get the friendly bounce, but does get the rebound.
Another player out there for Ripon coming off that timeout is Justin Bartle. He's earned himself some really good quality floor time, and there's that fade by Jones. How many times have we seen that, Howard, throughout his 4-year career? But Bartle, and as Coach said in pregame, he can do everything. You can put him on a guard, a smaller guard to defend. He can, and as he did on Saturday, he gets in the game. He goes back to back on threes.
Well, you know, and we've seen him play for several years as he's
smooth.
Well, he's a graduate of Berlin High School, and they play in the same high school conference as Ripon.
Look at this transition. Comes from good bloodline.
Yep.
The oldest of 4 brothers.
In and out. It was down the hoop.
Look at Mahone.
They're going to call the jump ball. Nice hustle.
That goes to the visitors, Beloit, on the change of possession. But what hustle by the super sophomore from just
down the
Rosendale.
road,
Yeah.
Stone throw away.
I can't throw a stone that far.
Okay, you probably get it out to Tigers.
God, I don't even know. Rotator issues.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Caden Anderson, number 0, the 6'3" freshman from Westmont, Illinois, checks in.
Westmont. That's a rough area. It used to be back in the 60s and 70s. And there's a great job by Mahone slipping down in the passing lane.
That's one where he should have looked to pass it out.
Yeah, he went into the teeth of the lion
Oh, nice move by Walters
Yep.
for the basket. Andrew Walters with a sweet move there.
He's a very physical, athletic, animated, good size player.
And he's only a junior, so he'll be around for another year.
Handles the ball very well for a forward.
16-7. Ripon on to make that 18-7. Ripon on top.
Jones coming off of another fine game Saturday against IC. Coach wants to see stops. Coach Kane wants to see stops now. Open three.
Wide open, yeah, nobody on him. That one will go off the wire and no call. Put back in.
Yep.
So it makes it 18-9 with 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Redhawks leading the Buccaneers.
That's a good screen there. It lost the handle on the dribble, couldn't take advantage of it. Falk wanted to slip the ball screen, but he got picked up right away.
Oh, and it jams it down.
That's just great footwork by a big.
He did a nice job of getting his defender to lean the opposite way and block out.
Yeah, and just to get him to knock it off the window for two, but to go up in those tight quarters with a two-hand flush.
Good things to look for. Nice drive, stop, drop. Oh, they're going to call the foul. I think that'll be on DeValk. That's who it will be.
Coach thought it was clean. Of course,
looked,
you're going to defend. Yeah, we did.
It looked clean from up here.
Yeah, and we're up here, so. The officials are paid the big bucks.
To blow that whistle.
Yep.
Mason Jones at the line, makes the first.
Some wholesale changes here.
Big time for the Red Hawks.
4 of the 5.
Drew Jorgensen, number 20, checking in for the Red Hawks, the 6-foot sophomore out of Fond du Lac. See his first action of the game.
Yep. Otherwise, you got your 3 of your starters back in, and Steffes and Tooney and Rakowski.
Unable to come up with that clean.
Yeah, it was a tough pass at his feet.
Into Tooney with a mismatch there. Keep that shoulder up. And he draws the foul. That'll be on Anderson, his first.
Yeah, that's a good job by Tooney to keep your shoulder up, because when you're big like that,
you tend to want to drop.
Well, if you drop it ever so slightly, you're not going to, oftentimes the refs aren't going to give you the benefit of the doubt. If you're the bigger guy.
Yeah, you're going to get it called against you every time. Rutkowski working in. Comes up with the baby hook and gets that one to drop.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, too. The Janesville resident.
So the Red Hawks lead by 11, 22-11, with 9:30 to go here in the first half.
Oh, nice job.
That went off of Steffes.
Great defense. Not letting them get around him. Stayed square up in front.
Polakowski checking back in along with Emperor for Beloit.
Nice defense, Kyle Rutkowski, in anticipation of that kick-out pass off the spin move.
Stepped in the lane.
To the beast.
11 on the shot clock.
We got to come up with something quick here. Shot clock down to 7 now. But they get an open 3.
And that's off. Walters couldn't get that one to go down.
Here comes the point guard.
Right.
He's got great soft hands for a big.
Says, I'll put that up again. That one's coming short.
Yep. 1 for 2 unofficially on threes. Tooney.
For a big guy, he plays very quick.
Ripping up in the grills now on defense.
Nice
Good.
cutoff.
Yeah, he read that. I think he's one of the better defenders on the Ripon squad.
5 on the shot clock, and they get the backdoor pass. I'm going to say
What a
turnover.
nice job.
Well, it was great defense down there by Steffes, knocking
Yeah.
it away.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those plays, knocking it away before 2 possessions ago. But Drew Jorgensen, I think, is a really fine. You watch him sometimes when he's guarding his guy with the ball. He stays in front of him. He does not let him get around the edge. That's not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
What a pass.
Tried feeding it in. Tie it up, it'll belong to Ripon.
Yeah. Boy, is he crafty, Seth Kostrowski. And the one that he's really been connected to through the years is Kyle Rutkowski. The Kostrowski to Rutkowski connection, those guys are on the same page, and it's fun to watch.
Trent Jones checked in for the Redhawks. 10 on the shot clock. Step back, long three, can't get it. Rakowski just reached out and pulled that one in.
The claw.
Says, I'm going in, and he got it.
Yeah.
They're going
It's
to
the
say
right
jump
call.
ball. Good call.
Yeah, you want a head shoulder fake, and then you'll get the foul. Nice defensive effort by number 5.
Shoop just staying home.
Shoop, there it is.
How many times have they said that in Beloit, I'm sure.
I wonder, yeah. About as much as we've said dilly.
Dilly. Exactly.
Referring to the player from Fond du Lac for the women's team that'll follow right after this men's game at about 7:30. Below 8 minutes remaining in the first half. 22-11. Ripon has them exactly doubled up.
Well, we've had about 2.5 minutes without a score here.
Ripon defense really working that shot clock for Beloit down on several
Under
possessions.
5. Walters puts his head down and drives. We're going to get a shot clock violation.
And they just did it again.
That's
I tell
great
you,
defense.
when there's 10 seconds left and you haven't really gotten into your offense and the opposing defense is denial on every player without the ball, all of a sudden everything gets really tight in a hurry.
DeValk checks back in for the Redhawks.
He didn't sit too long.
Tooney will have a seat.
Whoa. He was going back to, Rutkowski, and Rutkowski went down to the baseline.
10 on the clock. From the elbow, that's going to be short. Gets in and gets his rebound. Puts it in.
Who says you got to be 6'4", huh? Great job by Steffes.
Right spot, right time. 24-11.
Students are back in session. You can't see it with the cameras, but below us, this side of the bleachers are pretty
full.
Yeah.
Jalen Mahone checking in for the Tigers, for the Redhawks, along with Justin Bartell, number 43. Coach Kane doing a nice job of rotating players.
Yeah, and when you're playing that kind of a up-paced defense, really getting after it, yeah, and it's fun for the players too. More get involved.
5 on the clock. Nice kick out. And a nice three-pointer there put in by Emperor.
Yeah, with 2 seconds left.
24-14, Redhawks with the lead. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the first half.
Saw that coming, didn't you? Saw that coming.
Puts that one down. Nice anticipation there by Andrew Walters.
Yeah, once DeValk picked up his dribble, he wanted to go to the wing, but that guy cut down, and that's where great job by Walters reading that.
Mahone going hard to the hoop. Gets it to drop.
He's 1 for 1. Look out.
He's starting to come into his own, isn't he?
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Talked about it Saturday too. Now he's we always knew he had the athleticism, but now the basketball part of it
Is starting to come together.
Yeah, that he's always been capable of doing, just getting comfortable at this level and all, and with it and with your teammates.
Little hanger there, can't get it to drop.
No, he wasn't square. That's he turning back to his right to the baseline on a fade. That's really a high degree of difficulty.
Yep.
Tried to go back door, couldn't do it.
Shoot.
Nice move.
Can't get it to go. Mahone's there with the rebound.
Boy, did he get up there too, Mahone.
Get a reach in.
Yeah.
That'll be on Mason Jones, his first.
And you hate those type of fouls. They're cheapies.
And they're right in front of the ref.
Yeah, you don't want to make it easy for him. You're going to call the reaches.
Caden Anderson checking back in for Beloit.
So you have Jones, Steffes, Mahone, Bartle, and DeValk for the Redhawks.
And tough rebound there, but
No hurry here.
yeah, got plenty of time.
Make the defense work.
That one's a little softer and gets that one to drop.
Yeah.
28-16,
What
4
a-
minutes to go.
Nobody with better shooting form, I should say, than Ryan Steffes.
And a cheap foul there by Bartle.
Yep. Very hard to do on the closeout. Most of their success has come by virtue of the three ball. And on the closeout, that's where the advantage goes to the opponent with the ball. So he used Bartle's momentum against him.
Seth Kostrowski checks back in for the Redhawks.
Reset that shot clock to 20.
Oh, overran it there and
Good
at
job.
least forced
Yeah,
an off shot.
yeah, forced it because they had 3 white jerseys down there. He had a target hand there.
Mahone working the baseline. Nice feed.
Oh, what a beautiful flush down the lane. It was better defended. But I love Bartle's idea.
They're going to call a block there. That'll be on DeValk,
Yeah,
his second.
that's a tough one. He kind of jumped right in his lap. DeValk was moving a little bit, and
That's the fourth team foul. Tooney checks back in along with Rutkowski.
3:20 remaining in the first half, 28-16. Redhawks on top.
Tooney playing great defense against Shoup. They just couldn't get it to him. Jones with the kick out. Long three. Off the iron. Can't get it to go.
Great crashing of the boards. Jones again.
Yeah. Behind the back pass. Oh, couldn't get it to go down. And Rutkowski will draw the foul.
And I'll tell you, the guy that I've been so impressed with on the offensive side of things for rebounding this year, Kyle Rutkowski, the man being rewarded with 2 free throws right now at the 2:54 mark in the first half. It's Kyle. And the game against Lawrence, he had 13 rebounds, and 7 of those were offensive.
That's phenomenal. Little flat there on that one.
Yeah. He'll straighten that out.
Andrew Walters, number 33, checking back in for the Buccaneers.
A stat that just blew me and when I worked the game Saturday against IC with Biggie was Seth Kostrowski has missed 1 free throw as a Ripon College player. He is like 39 of 40 in his career. Good defensive pressure again with 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
There's to cut and swing, get it down into Shoop. He didn't expect to be open.
No, he didn't. Nice shot.
Jones with the three-pointer there. 28-19, 2:22 to go here.
Mason Jones out of California. He's a senior.
Tooney had the mismatch, went back the wrong direction.
Well, you can't go that long.
Oh, Jones, nice hustle there. He gets that one to drop.
Yeah, it was. Nice offensive board by Jones.
Little mini run here by the Buccaneers.
Well, they got it down to single digits. 28-21, below 2 minutes.
And just a bad pass.
Well, Beloit
unanticipated.
Beloit has picked up their defense considerably.
Shoop gets that little walk there.
Yeah, you know he had his guys set up to close on the three and was too anxious with that first step. Yep.
Polakowski checks back in for Beloit.
Ripon's going to try to reclaim the momentum going into the locker room at halftime with 1:24 remaining.
Ryan Steffes also checked in for the Redhawks.
Almost another turnover, yeah. Because Beloit's gotten pesky. They've turned up their half-court defensive intensity.
Mahone in and out.
Ripon settling for jumpers right now.
Under a minute to go here.
So Jones was all ball on top, but when he
caught him
came
with the body, yeah.
when he came down for the landing, he caught him down in the legs. So it was good for a while. Not a bad foul, actually.
No. Just lost control of the body, that's all. Polakowski will go to the line. Connects on the first. Jones checks back in for the Redhawks. And he cuts it down to a 5-point difference, 28-23 with 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ten seconds.
Yep. Fakes the shot, drives it in, lost the handle on it.
Yeah, on his last step. Great outlet almost, right? Better theft. Plenty of time.
Nice job of playing D back there by Steffes.
Shot clock off and he'll hold.
Yep.
But great job by Beloit. They were down
12.
Yeah.
They fought it back here. And the foul.
What a finish with 1/10 of a second left.
Jones will go to the line, shooting one.
Well, they say that sometimes you have that inner clock.
He knew it.
Try to convert the three-point play opportunity here.
Does it that way. So this will pretty much be a halftime over. Well, the first half will come to an end. An exciting first half as Beloit, as Marty said, stepped it up defensively to cut it down into a much tighter lead at the half. 31-23, the Redhawks lead the Buccaneers at halftime. For those of you watching on MWC TV and the Ripon channel, we'll return to the second half in 10 minutes. For those of you watching on recording, we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Hey, and we're back here for some halftime entertainment. This is the third grade boys that are members of the Ripon Backboard Club. So there's many other teams as well, but this is the one that's here right now. Let me read to you those names as one of the coaches is getting ready to tee it up. The other coach is holding the
future player.
The future player, yeah. So it's Mason Westemeyer, Ben Weisky, Jackson Ron, Odin Huber, Jack Moniz, Logan Gunnick, Will Dragalovich, Logan Willoughby, Aiden Pick, Reed Larson, Case Green, and Paisley Spalding. And they're having at it right now.
These are future Ripon Tigers, and hopefully, eventually, maybe a future Red Hawk in the bunch.
Honest to God, that's the loudest cheer we've had since the game started. Maybe
that was Westemeyer's kid.
Maybe when these guys are done.
Welcome back to Ripon College, where the Buccaneers and the Redhawks going at it once again. It's 31-23. The Redhawks leading the Buccaneers at halftime. And halftime statistics for Beloit, they are shooting 36%. They're 8 for 22 from the field. They're 27%, 3 for 11 from beyond the arc, and they are perfect from the charity stripe. They are 4 for 4. They are being led by Andrew Walters and Mason Jones, each with 9, and Darren Emperor chipping in with 3. For the Redhawks, they're shooting 48% from the field. They're 13 for 27. 29% from the charity stripe. They're 2 for 7. And they are 60% from the free throw line. The leading scorers is Trent Jones with 11, Seth Kostrowski with 5, and then Ryan Steffes and David DeValk each with 4. The rebound situation, Ripon with 16 and Beloit with 12. Ripon leads offensive category for rebounds with 6. Beloit only has 11. So I want to turn around and bring in my partner here, Marty Ernst. Marty, your thoughts on that first half?
I thought Ripon came out and for 3/4 of the first half played a real good, solid, consistent game. I think when Beloit in those last 5 minutes, I think they turned up their intensity. We talked about it, created some turnovers, turned those into points. They were down double digits pretty much, the Buccaneers, for most of the first half, yet they were able to climb back in. And if it weren't for a 3-point play at the last second of the first half, it would be even closer. But right now it's 31-23. They got it down to single digits, Beloit did. And so tip your hat to them. They're back in the game. This is a team with only 2 conference victories so far, Beloit Buccaneers. So Ripon has to get that mojo back on, and it starts with that defense, and that's where it ends too. You know, it's just coach has done a great job, Kane, for Ripon. I think rotating the players, so that allows them to be high energy at all times. Don't take a play off, if you will.
If you do, you're on the bench. Somebody else will step in.
So
that's for sure.
They're doing a good job.
Well, this is the 197th meeting between these two schools, dating back to the 1905-1906 season. Ripon holds a slight edge, just like they do on the scoreboard right now, 99-97. I mean, that's some long playing with these two teams. And
yeah, the big matchups when I was watching as a kid and a teenager and a young adult was Doc Weisky going toe-to-toe with, they're both gone now, but Bill Napton was the dapper coach with Beloit Buccaneers for so many years. And 2 classy guys would go at it. They'd be enemies during the game and then best of friends
afterwards,
before and after.
As good coaches usually are. The standings in the conference coming in tonight's game, St. Norbert on top with an 8-0 record. And that one was just a 1-point difference where they could have had their first loss, as Ripon played them here earlier and lost. Monmouth is in second place with a 6-2 record. Lake Forest third, 5-2. Ripon is at 5-3. Grinnell 4-4, along with Lawrence University. Cornell College 2-5. Beloit 2-6. Illinois College also 2-6, and Knox is 1-7 as we get ready to start the second half here from the Wyman Gymnasium on the campus of Ripon College. I'm Howard Hansel along with Marty Ernzer. Glad to have you along here for the second half.
Running the high post with Rutkowski. He drops it off on a handoff to Jones, and Jones does what he does well, mid-range jumper.
Just hung there and put it in. Double-digit lead again for the Redhawks, 33-23. Glad to have you along on Midwest Conference TV and the Ripon channel.
That is just great defense by Rutkowski.
Shoop underneath has not been much of a factor tonight.
Boy, Kyle's working hard. Sinks down to double and then comes back out on his man.
Walters.
And look at that.
Looking for the foul there, but Rutkowski just great defense.
Wow. That's going to make Coach Kane real happy.
Tooney looking. Hands on the back. That'll be called on Andrew Walters, his second.
Yeah, and what it is, Walters is, a Bronx smile at the ref, going, what am I supposed to do with this guy, this Tonka truck? Jones might be the Ferrari. Well, we know who the road grader is.
In and out by Krastowski.
His last 2 threes towards the end of the first half and that one have been just like that.
Down and out.
Yeah. Like McGregor on pay
yeah,
for
what was
TV.
that, 43 seconds or something like
I
that?
don't even know. I heard it was less than a minute. Once again, that defense has them a little blustered there. They were fronting, so Walters tried to lead Soup to the rim, overthrew it.
Couldn't get it to drop. Yeah, I was talking to a guy in Vegas as I was flying back from California. I had to go through Vegas. He spent $600 on a ticket for that fight. I said, luckily they had some undercards.
Wow, great job.
Good lead. And there's the feed out. And Polakowski with the basket.
So they have these moments where the ball just kind of goes into a black hole. Oh, look at that. Rutkowski gets it from Kostrowski.
Tooney trying to go up, gets that one to go in.
Muscled that one.
Down in the paint where the big guy belongs.
Back to 10 by Ripon. Just underway here in the first 2.5 minutes.
Oh, nice back door.
Oh, that
nobody
beautiful.
There. Polakowski with another easy one.
Ripon playing really good defense, and then they get lulled, fall asleep.
This is a great battle with Shoup and Rutkowski. Be 9 on the shot clock as the Redhawks will inbound it.
Great anticipation by the Beloit player, number 3, Emperor. Drives the foul.
That'll be on Shoup. His first foul. But a nice job by Seth getting that first quick step.
That was Jones.
Basket. Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
They're about the same height. So he'll be shooting 2.
I think Jones will take a little offense to that, saying they're about the same height.
Well, maybe we should have had Seth on the line for that one. In and out. Kowski can't get it to go.
Nice play. Who else? Jones again. No, that wasn't
Emperor.
Jones. Emperor.
Good sense of where he was, and
good job by Rutkowski with the offensive rebound on the missed free throw, but couldn't get it to drop.
Get it to convert, yeah.
Down to 8. Beloit chipping away.
Nice job of Rutkowski to getting out on that one.
Yeah, great anticipation, reading that spin move. Down to 10 seconds here. You don't want to give him an open look.
Shoup can't get it to go. That'll belong to the Redhawks.
Beloit coach is going, wait a minute, you're saying there's no foul there? First year head coach for Beloit. He was the former assistant.
Hey, you just don't get that respect like the older coaches do. You got to earn it. There's a floater, comes up short. Knocks that one out of bounds. Ripon in a bit of a mini drought here. Plenty of good looks, just can't get anything to drop through the hoop. 35-27, Redhawks are on top. Coming up on 16 minutes left in the ball game. Long 3, in and out. Steffes with the rebound.
Score here will put Ripon back in a more than 10-point lead if they can do it.
Tooney working. Lost a handle on it. Nice
See,
job there. Knocked
he's
away.
got to learn that when he's down there with the ball in the paint, and this has happened 3 times in this game, where he's had the ball stolen from him because he's got the ball down there dribbling around, and he's not as quick as these guards that fall off of him. He's got a coach talking to him. It's like, hey, you know, here's the deal.
Same thing you told
Here's the
him.
deal. You're either going up on the shot or you're going to kick it out, because if they're doubling on you, guess what? Somebody's open.
Yep.
And he knows that. He's a good player.
Hey, you just sometimes get caught up in the game.
Good help by Duvall.
Shoop with the left-hander gets that one to drop.
Yeah, that was a tough match. Bartle on Soup. That's a tough one.
Mahone in the corner.
So Bartle and Mahone have entered. Steffes, Kostrowski, and Duvall for Redhawks.
10 on the shot clock. Ostrowski off the back of the iron hard.
He cannot get that 3 to fall.
That's going to belong to the Redhawks as it goes off of Walters.
Boy, Walters will never be accused of not playing hard for Beloit.
Number 1, Dan Babb checking in for Beloit, the 6'4" senior out of Sydney, Australia. Ten on the shot clock. Off balance, can't get it to go.
Yeah, Duvall's got to know when to let go. What happened? That was a frustration foul. Duvall had it initially and had it torn from his hands, and then that was his reaction to that.
And that'll turn around and be his 3rd foul.
Yeah, that's a tough one to pick up. Only less than 5 minutes into the second half.
Mylan Walters, number 2, checks in for Beloit.
This is a 6-point game.
People don't realize that. Yeah.
And Beloit is they've just, ever since the last 5 minutes of the first half, have turned up the intensity, and it's paying off for them.
And the Redhawks have just gone cold.
The other thing here, they were settling for threes in that first majority of the first half, Beloit. And now they're doing a better job of, on the closeouts, putting the ball on the floor and attacking the rim, and good things are happening for Beloit right now. Ripon has to understand that and adjust accordingly.
Well, DeVault just picked up his 4th. So it was a quick rest for Tooney.
Well, that's
as
too
he comes
bad,
back
because
in.
that really messes up the rotation of the 3 bigs with Kyle Rutkowski, DeValk, and Tooney.
Off the front of the iron, it's 35-30 with 14:10 to go here. Redhawks with the lead.
Refs are definitely let them play this game.
Mahone will drive and draw the foul.
His trigger allows him to get around the corner and even beat the help weak side defense enough to get contact on him and get to the line.
Mylan Walters will pick up his 2nd foul for Beloit.
Yeah, that's the other Walters, not Andrew Walters, 33, who's doing a lot of the damage on the court. In fact, speaking of which, he comes in for Soup.
Gets a little bit of a breather and ready to go again now.
Yeah, you got to have him out there for sure. Kid can play anywhere, it seems, Andrews.
And the second one is good by Mahone. So it's a 6-point lead here.
Yeah, the game's been tightened.
Biggest lead by the Redhawks was 12.
Andrew Jorgensen enters, the Final Act grad, sophomore. And this is the kid I think really plays
Mr.
good defense, and they need it
Yeah.
right now. I'd be interested to watch how Bartle with Andrew Walters.
Right.
Deep.
3 off the iron.
Good job by Jones.
Feed up to Tooney. And the basket. That's just great eyes by Jones.
Great
to see that.
execution, slicing that ball right through there. Beautiful. Beautiful assist. Need help. They're going to call the hold.
Yeah, he grabbed him.
Oh, yeah, and it's not a bad foul, to be honest with you. He needed help there soon on the switch. He got caught up in that. That's a mismatch. And as soon as Andrew Walters realized that, he was ready to attack the rim, created the foul.
And Jones not having any was a good one that he could give up. Or Jorgensen, excuse me. There's the spin. They call the jump ball.
Yeah.
Correct call.
It's just a little late on the whistle.
Kyle Rutkowski checks back in.
I'm sorry. And that's Tooney that got that jump ball. Next one will be Ripon's. 13:06 remaining. Ripon by 8. Beloit has become extremely scrappy and have ever so slightly gotten back into this game. That'll go off of Ripon's foot. Kyle Rutkowski, those size 14s.
Pontoons got in the way there. So it'll be 1 on the shot clock. Pretty much a catch and shoot situation. And that'll be the shot clock violation.
Oh my goodness, I heard the whistle. I was going, tell me they're not calling that on Jones.
38-30. 12:54 to go here in the ball game. Redhawks with the lead over the Buccaneers.
Ripon will be hitting the road after this.
Had to go up to St. Norbert.
How did that fall come out of there?
That's big.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. They got to go into Norbert's undefeated in conference and go into their house. They lost to Norbert's by 1. Didn't shoot good from the free throw line at all in that game.
And turnovers really hurt them. Kicks it out for a 3 from the corner. It's a long 3 and a long rebound. And a fresh clock for the Buccaneers.
Good job. 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Little floater. They're going to call the foul.
Ouch, ouch.
Bailed him out.
He was doubled, and Rutkowski then left on the help to get back to his man, anticipating a kick out. So it was 1-on-1.
Mahone will pick up the foul. That'll be his second. Emperor makes the first one. Connects on both of them. 38-32. Redhawks leading the Buccaneers.
Nice move.
From the elbow, can't get it to go. Tooney gets that with the soft left-handed touch.
Yeah, one of those boink shots. Back up by 8, under 12 minutes remaining. If you're a Ripon fan, you're looking for a back-to-back stops. And
instead of foul, that.
Oh yeah, that's on Tooney.
Yep. Body got in the way there.
And the word is, hey, anytime Tooney comes out on you, I'm going to go one-on-one on Tooney. He can't stay with me, and you're going to, hopefully good things are going to happen because of that.
Oh, you can see he's starting to suck a little air there.
Well, I'm just, even if he's fresh, I mean, beginning of the game, one-on-one, I'm going to say, no way can he stay with me. And that's their part of their game plan. You can see that. And it gets worse as fatigue sets in. But you know what? Look who they gave that foul to.
Tooney.
33?
That
he
was
is
his
33?
first, yeah.
That's hard to believe. When I looked up, I'm going, wait a minute. One foul? Holy
yeah.
The way he's played defense, my goodness. Get the hands off.
From the elbow, little strong, can't get that one to
Good
go.
shot, just didn't fall.
11 minutes to go here. Redhawks up by 6.
Big possession for Beloit and for Ripon right now, both of them.
Ripon looking for the stop. Beloit wants to get it a little closer. And Jorgensen just reaches out and grabs him as he was beat.
That's been the difference of this game. They're not really, Ripon has to understand, they are not shooting deep jump shots. Coach is taking a timeout for Ripon. They're not doing it. They went away from that game plan about 15 minutes into the first half.
Yep.
Everything is you close out, we're going to take you off the dribble, and we're going to attack the rim. And Ripon hasn't, I don't know, Ripon hasn't figured that out or isn't quite up on it. We'll see what happens, see what coming out of that timeout with 10:46 remaining, Ripon up by 6. Fans, don't forget to tune in to every conference contest this season live on the internet at MidwestConference.org. Select league championships and tournaments will also be broadcast on Midwest Conference television all year long.
40-34, Redhawks leading the Buccaneers with 10:46 to go in the ball game.
So Beloit doing a masterful job of creating contact, getting the whistles, and I dare say it's, one more foul and they're going to be in bonus the rest of the way.
They've done a good job, and the only one in foul trouble is David Volk, and
this is a team. This is a team with just 2 conference wins. The Buccaneers come in here tonight. I don't know how many games we do on Tuesday evenings in this conference.
Tuesdays are weird.
I think that's a rare event.
It's usually a Wednesday.
That's right. So, but nonetheless, maybe Buccaneers have found something for them with Tuesdays. We'll find out. Ripon was pretty much on cruise control for the majority of the first half, and ever since then, those last few minutes of the first half, it's been a different story. And it's a dogfight right now, and Beloit's doing a really good job of a physical game here.
Well, they lost a really tight one against UW Whitewater in 4 overtimes back on December 18th, and they lost that one 95-94. So shows that they can be scrappy and play well.
Look at that. And a set inbounds play just cut that deficit in half. It is now a 1-possession game after that nice 3-point ball.
And that one's blocked.
Double pump blocked by who else? Walters, and he secures the rebound as well.
So Beloit looking to pull it within 1 or tie it up on this possession. Walters lays it up a little too hard there. Had a great move to the basket. Kick it out.
Nope. Jones looking to the ref, but he ain't going to do anything.
Nope. Going to call a push off.
Offensive.
Yep. That'll be on Emperor. His first.
Beloit was up clapping, and I wasn't sure what the call was until I saw the offensive sign. I think they were surprised by that as well. But right now, the game hinges on Ripon not settling for anything and getting a good high percentage shot. Make the defense work if you're a Ripon fan. But tip your hat to Beloit.
They have played extremely well. Bartle can't get that one to go.
Nope. 9.5 remaining. Ripon 40-37. And it's all of a sudden turned into anybody's game.
Very low scoring game.
Nice steal by Seth Kostrowski.
That's how it's been for the Redhawks.
Yes,
here so
it has.
Just can't get those to drop.
And even offensive putback opportunities not falling. The tip in there by Bartle. Rutkowski working hard.
In and out. Shoop with the rebound.
And
that's a good foul.
Well, the point is he was out position, you're supposed to be boxing out on that, and you get called for the foul because you were out positioned on the rebound.
Well, he went out to help out against Emperor.
And that's his first foul also.
Yep.
When you're working that hard on defense this late in the game, it's very surprising to me.
Tooney checks back in for the Red Hawks, and Mason Jones, number 30, checks in for Beloit. And no harm, no foul.
Wow. I think that has something to do when I'm seeing Ripon miss free throws too, about how much energy is being put out on this court right now.
Foul against Emperor. That'll be his second. That's the 5th team foul on Beloit.
Beloit's in bonus for now on, rest of the way. With 7 against the host Redhawks.
From the elbow, gets that one to float in.
Yeah, he's missed his last 4 threes. They've all been good looks. So he just took something a little closer.
42-37. Redhawks on top. Just under 8 minutes. And that is soft downtown.
Yeah, he
for
wanted
Andrew
that.
Walters.
He knew he just missed the last time when he was alone on top. That one he knocked it down.
2-point difference, 42-40. Redhawks with the lead. Three out there, not to be.
Not a good shot.
No.
Too quick. That's playing to the scoreboard. And they come back.
Take the lead.
Oh
First
boy.
time in the ball game.
Now you got a monster you got to deal with.
43-42. Beloit with the lead here.
At the 7:18 mark, Beloit takes their first lead of the game.
They're going to call the hold on Jones.
Yeah, he was.
A little acting there earlier.
Yeah, well, the ref wasn't going to buy it.
And he came back in and grabbed, so that'll be his third. 6th team foul. Mahone checks back in for the Redhawks, along with DeValk. DeValk's got to watch it. He has 4 fouls. Steffes, got to put it up.
Beloit's done a good job with
shot clock violation.
With Kostrowski and Steffes in particular, not scoring in this game. They've done a great job of shutting down 2 pure jump shooters in this game.
That's that defense that is ramped up. So Beloit will bring it down with the 1-point lead. Looking to go into Shoop and no call.
Blocked by DeValk.
Going to call the charge.
Blocked by DeValk, rebounded by Mahone. And that's going to be a frustrated player there for Beloit.
And that will be Jones's 4th, just like that. Steffes did a nice job of sliding in there, along with 2 other Redhawks. 6:13, 43-42. Beloit on top.
You got a lot of times. Jones has to be smart. He has to make good decisions. Don't force a bad shot.
You don't have to rush anything. Mahone drives that baseline, looking for somebody to kick it to. He'll draw the foul.
And he stepped through the double team. I don't know. It's either going to go on Shoop or Walters, I would think. Let's see.
It'll go on Mylan Walters.
Yeah, it does go on.
That's his 3rd.
Walters.
That's the 8th team foul on Beloit now.
A lot of whistles, particularly in the second half.
Yeah, they let it go pretty loose in the first half. Rutkowski checks back in, along with Kostrowski.
I think they're still letting them play for sure around the rim. I mean, if you get a block, you're going to have to get a lot of body, I think, to get a whistle, it seems.
Mahone puts both of them in, gives Ripon a 1-point lead, 44-43. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Good job by Kyle Rutkowski again on help defense and recover. You can't just play offense.
Nope.
You can't get the Olay. Trent didn't want to pick up the foul, but you can't give them baseline. The help ain't coming from baseline.
Polakowski puts that one in, and the lead goes back to Beloit.
Nice theft.
Yep.
Shoop on the spin move by Mahone. Ripon's gone to a lot of one-on-one here. Basket interference.
Yep, they're going to count it.
Goaltending.
Yep.
It's the right call. He got a piece of it above the rim on the shot. I think it was DeValk.
Got it as it was coming off the glass.
Coach talking to Mahone saying, hey, but it's everybody. I see a couple of the backcourt players for the college, like they're panicking. And it's like they're rushing everything.
Right, and there's 5 minutes to
go
here.
Run your offense.
3-point difference, 47-44. Beloit leading the Redhawks now.
A lot of dribbling, no passing.
And they're going to get the reach foul there on Walters, and that'll be Mylan Walters' 4th foul.
Now Jones missed 2 free throws earlier in the second half. This is when you need them.
Connects on that first one. 9 team fouls on Beloit, 7 on Ripon. And he connects on both. 1-point difference, 47-46, Beloit with the lead.
There's a nice block. Wow.
They're going to call the foul.
Well, he's walking away too. That's his 5th. He's done. And the ref was looking at him too. If he would have turned his head, that would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the way the game was called. He's going to sit. Tooney's back in. Ripon down 1. 4:34 remaining.
Going to the line will be Darren Emperor. Connects on the first.
That looked automatic. Beautiful release. This is a game that, on paper,
Shouldn't be close.
Ripon was going to win this, and that's why you play them, because once Beloit realized with defensive effort, they climbed back into this game, and then they stayed with it with the intensity, turned it into a physical game, and it's worked very well in their favor. Done a nice job with a 3-point lead, 4:20 remaining.
They've turned up the heat, that's for sure. Mahomes in there, can't get it to go.
Well, another off-balance shot. That's very difficult. Your body's contorted in midair with 3 navy blue jerseys around you.
Which means there's got to be somebody open somewhere.
Well, right now it's a 3-point deficit, I dare say. With under 4 minutes remaining, you start getting to the point where you're all of a sudden multiple baskets
down.
behind.
Just like
that.
that. Shoop puts it in.
And what a turnaround in this game with Beloit being able to attack the rim and be successful doing it.
And a nice feed
to
Rakowski.
What a beautiful wraparound bounce pass to Rakowski on the opposite block.
And we're going to get a timeout called with 3:22 to go here in the ball game. Beloit leading Ripon 51-48. Coming up about 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game, the ladies will take the court for the second half of this doubleheader.
So Ripon's conference losses by a point here to St. Norbert's, and then 2 disappointing road losses. One down in Illinois College, lost by a couple points, and a game that they left a lot of points at the free throw line, shooting in the 50s on a percentile. And then last Wednesday, talked about it at the beginning of this game tonight, where they went down to Cornell College and led by 3 at the half. But as I said, it basically wasn't, the effort wasn't, as Coach Kane would say, Ripon College. It wasn't what it is, the tradition is, and it cost them dearly in the second half. Well, this is a gut tester right now with a very scrappy Buccaneer team coming into Ripon.
Need a turnover here if you're the Red Hawks. They've left a lot of baskets off the scoreboard, that's for sure. A lot of shots should have been in, weren't. And then, like Marty said, a lot of off shots. Shoop with a nice little scoop.
Wow.
Makes it a 5-point difference.
Caught what he did. He caught Rakowski on the high side, felt it, and then great drop step off the glass. Shoop with the scoop. Nicely done.
Yep.
Right now, Ripon in trouble.
They're just not feeling it. Jones with a basket there on a drive to the hoop. Cuts it down to 3.
Rippon's going to come back on this. You can't let the guy with the ball, Andrew Walters, beat you, or Shoop down low.
Yeah. Took a while for Shoop to heat up.
Yeah, well, he's thick and he's big, and he does a great job using his hips down low. Here's a mismatch you might want to look at. Tooney having to guard Andrew Walters out high. Wow, what a finish with the left hand off the glass with 1 second on the shot clock.
Jones got that one to drop.
Down 5, less than 2 minutes remaining. Ripon in trouble.
Still not panic time, but getting close. So we're pushing a minute and a half here. From the corner.
Finally, he gets one of those threes to drop.
Brings it back to a 2-point difference, 55-53.
Does Ripon have it in him to get a stop? About to find out.
Haven't been able to do anything against Beloit here the last few trips down. Jones will.
The problem with that is, yeah, you're in bonus.
Yep.
And this kid's a shooter. I don't know if you wanted to do that.
Jones, the senior out of California. That one doesn't crawl in, so a break there.
That
for
was
the Red
down.
Hawks.
How many of those have we seen tonight?
Oh, tight rims. Jones from the elbow, can't get that one to go.
Nope.
Rakowski will pick up the foul there. So that's 10 on the Red Hawks. So Beloit will be shooting 2 from here on out, as we're at 56.7 seconds on the clock. 2-point difference, 55-53, Beloit with the lead. Connects on the front end.
Beloit looking for the upset, and right now they're in the driver's seat with less than a minute. Up 3.
That one doesn't go, so it's a 1-possession game here.
Buccaneer defense making it really hard on Ripon.
3, that's going to be off. Could have looked for a little better shot there.
Thing is, you foul now, they make one of those free throws. It'll be super bonus. You're guaranteed 2 again.
Yep.
You make 1, it's a 2-possession game. You're below 30 seconds. Now you're going to have to foul.
Kicking it out of bounds.
Well,
By the Red Hawks.
and here's the other thing. You got 9 seconds on the shot clock. You're down 1 possession by 3 points. 25 seconds left in the game. So let's see what the coach is thinking. It's either way, you're rolling the dice. You don't foul, you force the last second shot. They don't make it. You got the ball, and you got time to tie the game. Jones tips it away. Got to get back on D here. Remember, they set that clock. Now we'll get the intentional foul here by Steffes. That was the problem when they reset the shot clock from 9 to 20.
Changed the outlook of it.
Huge.
Gets it to crawl in over the front. Does Garen Emperor.
2-possession game now with under 18 seconds.
Connects on both.
Beloit came back and just played a whale of a game here.
Defense is the difference. Beloit just super defense.
And I think their offense of getting the ball, doing a great job of getting the ball down low and attacking the rim. They got 2 players that do it particularly very well.
Well, Mason Jones just fouls out.
And that was the rest. Well, with 11 seconds, I think he got his money's worth.
Yeah.
But he's a nice scorer, too. But they don't need to score anymore.
11.6 seconds to go, so shooting 2 from the line here, 2 big ones without the clock running.
Yeah, he has to have them both. They'd still be down by 3. This is the guy that's missed 1 free throw in his career as a Ripon Red Hawk. Just unbelievable.
Gets them both. Coach Kane will call a timeout right away. 58-55, Beloit with the lead over Ripon.
And they're going to inbound. So Ripon goes, they're going to put on a full court or a belly button to belly button, man to man. We'll see it right away. Then they'll go for the steal. Then they'll have to foul immediately. And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's all they can do is to try it and do the best they can with this timeout. We'll turn around and
so what Beloit will do is get the ball into the best free throw shooter's hands on the inbounds. And so anticipating the foul, if the theft doesn't take place, and then get their best free throw shooter to the line in an ideal situation for Beloit. But like I said, Ripon, it just got, I won't say a miracle.
It's in that category.
But yeah, because you're down 1 possession, you can get a and you're right where you want to be. And I got to believe I'd set the table. Should that happen, I'm getting ahead of myself. That would go with Seth Kostrowski shooting from downtown.
Well, the fans have definitely got their money's worth here.
Yeah. Ripon continues their very much up and down season. And if you're a Red Hawk fan, it's not easy to watch.
It gets frustrating because, you know, you're coming into teams that you should on paper beat and kind of play down to their level. I mean, if you'd have told me coming into this game that you're going to call the foul or you're going to wipe it off.
Well, the whistle was prior to the buzzer. Let's see what they're going to do.
They're going to send somebody to the line.
I would think you have about a little less than 2 seconds on the clock. Let's see what they come up with.
I bet you maybe, yeah, I was going to say about 0.4 of a second. Polakowski will go to the line shooting 2.
So with this game, Beloit will get their 3rd conference win. Ripon has really damaged their chances to make the postseason tournament.
Yeah, they'll have a 9-7 record after this.
They have, well, that's overall. Their conference record, Their conference
both of
record, it was 5-3 coming into tonight, so they're going to fall to 5-4 in the first 9 games. So they would have to pretty much win out. And they haven't played Monmouth or Lake Forest yet, and those are 2 quality ball clubs as well. So it just got real difficult to qualify for the postseason tournament.
Exactly. So
congratulations to Beloit College.
A great defensive game by Beloit here. Tonight's MWC TV contest was brought to you by Ripon College, Beloit College, the Midwest Conference, Stretch Internet, and the Ripon Channel. Thank you for joining us at www.midwestconference.org for more information on MWC TV and Midwest Conference sports.